is going to be a long one because I just got back from Aruba and I tried to make a couple blog posts there. One while I was flying to Bonaire, while Tony was being Mr. Pilot and flying us to a random island in the Caribbean, the Caribbean, and another one while I was riding on the back of a truck on that island. And both of them were too noisy, too much background noise, and I'm not going to do that to you guys. So I'll just do my little normal, little bit of background noise while I'm traveling. So anyway, I need to speed through this because a lot happened in the last 5 days. I landed in Aruba. I got searched. I was pissed. You guys saw the mood I was in when I landed. I was in tears. And so when they were hassling me about the sage I had in my bag, I tried to take it in stride, but I just wasn't in the mood. So when I finally got out of there, I decided just to walk from the airport with all my gear. I had a huge bag and all that stuff. I just didn't care. Needed to walk. Broke a sandal. Sat on the road and cried a little bit. Fixed the sandal though, and eventually I was singing and laughing, thinking about how silly this all is. I had been listening to John Kehoe, and he says, hey, you got two worlds. You got your inner world and your outer world, and they're totally separate. You have complete control of your inner world. You might as well make it happy. So I turned my frown upside down, thought about the people I love, thought about how ridiculous it is that I'm crying about being in Aruba and living the dream, and life got better all of a sudden. It was great. John Kehoe is a really good guy. I'm sure I'll have a blog post on him eventually if I don't mention him down below. Walked by the third largest desal plant in the world, which is cool. Wanted to get a tour of it, didn't work out, but next time. There is no next time in Aruba. Aruba is a crazy place, desolate, lots of tourists, and the people that live there, they get by. It's really expensive to live there. It's cheap to buy a house, cheap to get land and all that, cheap to rent, but the bills are crazy. Electric bills, water bills, all that stuff, huge. The cost of living, food, impossible. So, while Aruba is beautiful, it's a desert in the middle of the ocean, so you always have nice sunny weather and lots of wind, lots of kite surfing, lots of fun, but not for me. I like the third world countries. That's where I want to live, because my retirement will last a lot longer. But anyway, I got to Aruba and got to say I love you to my dad and Shireen a day earlier. Kind of surprised them. Exchanged gifts. They got me shoelaces and a Leatherman and a knife and all these cool things. Oh, wow, I totally snuck that stuff on through my luggage. I forgot about that. And then so it was great. And now I am and I also got these awesome cookies from Stephanie. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I love you so much. When she was a kid, like I think 5th grade, she offered me infinite cookies for the rest of my life as a birthday present, and I took her up on it for many years, and apparently I'm still reaping the cookies. She's probably made me over 100,000 cookies. Thank you, Stephanie. I love you so much. Anyway, so that day that I arrived, I was up for 40 hours. I barely missed my 8 o'clock meditation, which I've been maintaining pretty religiously. I meditate twice a day now, kicking it up with the push-ups, the yoga, the meditation, and just unstoppable. Man, I had so much fun with Tony and Shireen. We did so many cool things. I do a lot of cool things, but I don't do these rich kind of cool things. I got to go snorkeling. I got to go scuba diving. Oh my God, it was like some of the best scuba diving I've ever had in my life. I saw 2 different shipwrecks, lots of cool fish, and with Tony and Shireen at the same time. It's so fun doing these kinds of things with people that you love, and I got lots of video and pictures. I hope Tony sends them to me so I can post them down below. I got to do a lot of Skyping, had decent internet. I had, we flew to Bonaire, and that was amazing. Tony's a pilot, so he wanted to fly from Aruba to some other Caribbean island just to fulfill one of his dreams. And what do you know? He is a master of manifestation. He makes things happen. When he wants something, he gets it, which is a very impressive thing. Makes it hard to buy stuff for him, that's for sure. He's a tough man to buy a present for. But yeah, so we got a tour by Johan at Fly and Dive. He was a great dude, and he really showed us the island, another side of the island, like a local. He's lived on the islands for 30 years, so he showed us the kite surfing, the windsurfing spots, and all this stuff. It's really cool. And I got quite the tan on the back. He rented a truck, and I was riding in the back of the truck the whole time because I just love that. I love riding in the back of the trucks. Joey, man, Joey made me appreciate it. I love you, Joey. I hope you're doing well, man. Gonna bring some health for you right now. But yeah, so yeah, I got a little bit of a tan, and now I rubbed it all with aloe, and I got quite the base these days, so I'm doing okay. I don't get burned very easily, or I should say, I avoid sunburns. It's hard to avoid these negations, I pulled the devil that day, the trip to Bonaire, and that night we were going to go play poker. Tony and I had plans to play poker, and even though I had sworn off gambling for a while, the devil reminded me, hey, stay true to that kind of stuff. And so I did. So I stayed home and meditated, and I did my little more evening ritual, played chess been playing a lot of chess with friends. So if you want to stay in touch with me, chess with friends is a great way to do it. And then the next day, Tony had to leave, and Tony and Shireen, and it was tough. Happy birthday to Shireen. I was giving her massages the whole time, but I never got to give her that big, long, on the table, massage that would just have made her day. I owe you one, Shireen. You'll get it. You'll get it in July when I come back to Seattle. But yeah, so when they left, I got to live it up in their suite. I usually don't have my own place, so it's rare that I get to strip down my underwear and do push-ups and stuff like that in my own space, meditated and listened to music. Listen to my boy John Kehoe, because Guinevere re-inspired me to get back into that. And yeah, so let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, so then I got a ride to the airport by Aria. Club Aria was a great spot to stay on the island. And but we were talking tarot cards and conspiracy the whole way. And then when I get to the ticket counter, this lady, I can tell right away she's a hardcore guardian, and she's just like, oh, so do you have a ticket to the United States anytime soon? I thought she was just making conversation. But and I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm going to buy a motorcycle and then ride it to Ecuador. And they're like, you need a ticket to get out of there, otherwise they're going to not let you in the country. It's like, well, I don't have one, so what do you want me to do? And they're like, well, I don't know. So I dinked around for a little bit, tried to get Wi-Fi somewhere, came back, it's like, listen, I need a computer, I want to buy a ticket, but I can't. The whole time having a different idea. So I went into my email, and I found a ticket online, and I switched the numbers, and I did a kind of a crappy job at forging my email and trying to make it look like it was a ticket from Cali to Quito, when it was really a ticket from Aruba to Cali. It was the same ticket that I was just getting on, and I missed some numbers or something. But okay, so then it got me through. I printed it out, and she didn't really look at it, and she checked me in and everything, and it was great. I was so grateful to have made it. As I always believed I was going to make it. I was like, no, I'm getting to Colombia. Never had a hesitation. Believed it. And John Kehoe, the man, on the power of beliefs. But so then I go through security. I had 2 bottles of water and a bottle of rum in my jacket, as well as some knives. And I forgot about all of that. And they go through my bag, and they pull out 1 bottle of water and say, you can't bring this, and then let me go with the rum and the other water bottle and knives. And then I'm sitting on the plane, and the lady comes up to me. I'm sitting in the exit row, which isn't my ticket, and she's like, listen, you can't, you needed a ticket, and you didn't actually buy one, did you? It's like, no, I didn't. Well, I reserved one for you because your bag was already up and line, and there's no way we can get you off. So, good luck. I know you're going to have troubles, but I don't think I'll have troubles. We'll see. That'll be the next adventure is Cali, motorcycles, troubles at the border. Gotta go, guys. Love you all.